I told you that if Seahawks had breaking news, I was going to make sure that we got content out to you. Unfortunately, we did have to sign off of our live video. As soon as we did, guess what? The Seahawks go out and sign cornerback Josh Jobe. And I'll tell you right now, I think that this is a home run signing for the Seahawks. I think it also ends up spelling the end of a guy by the name of Reek Woolen in Seattle. Now, for those of you who might be wondering, Josh Jobe just signed a 3-year, $24 million extension with the Seattle Seahawks. That's going to keep him in Seattle at just $8 million a year. And I absolutely love that type of signing. Now, was Josh Jobe going to make the most amount of money as a cornerback? No, he was not. But he is someone that can clearly play the cornerback position really well in Mike Macdonald's defense. And he had a fantastic season while he was doing it. He is one of those great stories around the Seattle Seahawks. It took him a little bit to get going in his career, but once he found Seattle, once he found Mike Macdonald, he was playing at the highest level that he possibly could. I'll tell you right now, I am fired up that Josh Jobe is coming back to Seattle, and you should be too. We're going to dive into more reasons why this is a great signing in just one moment. Before we continue on with today's video, here's what I've been trading on Polymarket. In Seattle's playoff game against San Francisco, Polymarket gave Seattle 75% chance to win. I thought that was crazy. The value there is so good. For those reasons, I came in and I took Seattle. 100 wins you 33 if Seattle took the dub. Plus, with Polymarket, you can trade in and out of momentum shifts without getting blocked or penalized. With in-game trading, once the Seahawks got up, I either can ride it out or I can sell early. For example, if you buy at 75% and sell at just 90%, you are going to snag a cool $20 on that game, which obviously that is awesome. You can't do this with a traditional sportsbook, so get started today. Polymarket is legal in all 50 states. Download the app now to get to the top of the wait list. The only way to do that is by clicking my link in the description and comments of this video. When we look at the year that Josh Jobe had in Seattle, he didn't give up too many yards, did a great job of basically keeping every other ball that was thrown his way from being completed. Now, I would love to see that interception number jump up just a little bit for Jobe. But I'll tell you right now, he was not someone that it was easy to complete the football on. Opposing quarterbacks definitely had to work through some different issues to try and get ahead of him. Now, obviously, Jobe is someone that it's taken him a while to get his feet off the ground in his career. Last year was the first year where he really got a lot of run. Clearly, the Seahawks saw some stuff in Jobe in that 2024 season to tell themselves that they were going to have an opportunity to play him and have an opportunity to use him with this football team. Now, I'll tell you right now, I am fired up that Josh Jobe is returning to the Seattle Seahawks. Why? Because Josh Jobe is the type of player that can help make this squad go forward. What do I mean by that? I mean that you are going to be able to bring in a starting level cornerback right now in Josh Jobe, and you're going to get him on a very cheap deal. Obviously, for Jobe, this is great. He makes more money in 1 year than he has basically his entire career. But the news that I think is the most important, and I think that this is what we need to remember as Seahawks fans, John Schneider knows how to find great depth pieces. The Seahawks just won a Super Bowl not because they had stars, but because they had better depth than anyone else in the National Football League. No one else had the depth that the Seahawks had. No one else was able to compete with the Seahawks because they could just come at you in waves and waves and waves and waves. And Jobe is another great example of that. Grade the Josh Jobe re-signing down below in the comment section, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what your opinion is. I will tell you right now, as I'm getting ready to do this, producer Searle's absolutely killing it from behind the scenes. I'm giving this deal a very high B+. What most people don't realize when it comes to a signing of this magnitude, most people look at free agency and say, well, why didn't the Seahawks go out and sign the big name corner? Why didn't the Seahawks go out and sign the top end prospect? Why didn't the Seahawks do X, Y, Z? What the Seahawks did is they went out and they signed a player that they knew fit into their system. They signed a player that they knew would end up, at the end of the day, doing the right things for this squad. The Seahawks signed a player, and they didn't break the bank to do it. Kobe Bryant was going to force you to break the bank. Kenneth Walker was going to force you to break the bank. Josh Jobe didn't. You're able to bring him back. Now, you're obviously still more than likely going to have to end up replacing Reek Woolen. But you can do that in the draft. When you look at the Seahawks cornerback room right now, obviously Devin Witherspoon is going to get paid. He is going to make a ton of money, and that is okay. What I will say about this with the Seahawks is that Josh Jobe returning is some of the best news that the Seahawks could have possibly got. Him coming back is going to be a big deal for this team and be a very big deal for this squad. I think the other thing that's important to note, too, here with Josh Jobe is he is someone that can play in a multitude of positions as well. It does feel like Reek is kind of stuck on the outside as a cornerback. He can definitely be someone in Josh Jobe that bounces back and forth. He can be inside, he can be outside, he can be wherever you need him to be. What is your one-word reaction to the Seahawks free agent signings? What is your one-word reaction to the Seahawks signings so far in free agency? But more specifically, what is your one-word reaction to the Josh Jobe signing? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'll tell you right now, I am pretty fired up about Josh Jobe returning with the Seattle Seahawks. I want to hear what your one word is. I'll tell you right now, my one word, I'm pumped. I am unbelievably pumped that he is back in Seattle because he can do a multitude of different things, and he's going to help put this Seahawks team where it needs to be, and that's back on the freaking map. This team is just coming off a Super Bowl victory, and it feels like we are being disrespected. Josh Jobe is going to allow us, as Seahawks fans, to trust that this team is going to be back where it needs to be. This team is going to have an opportunity to win another Super Bowl next year. Let this man cook. Let this man cook. Too often, we dive into hyperbolic freakouts. I did myself today. Too often, we freak out when we don't need to. The Seahawks are going to be okay. The Seahawks are going to be built on depth again. And because that man, John Schneider, knows what it takes to get the job done. Make sure that you come on in and you hit that subscribe button. When you hit that sub button, you turn on your notifications as well and set them to all. If there is breaking news on the Seattle Seahawks, we are going to have a video out to you. You do not want to miss any of it. It's NFL free agency time. Signings are flying off of the shelves. You want to make sure that you have them. Hit that sub button. Turn on your notifications. Thank you guys so much for viewing today's video, and I cannot wait to see you next time.